I've got an interesting reference photo here. It's a scene of Bhutan. It's a country I don't think really many people know about, or at least paint. So I'm going to go ahead and look. I'm really going to get this in a very sort of a rough sense. That there is using here water-soluble ink pen. And we're going to go through and just basically get in a bit of this building here. I don't know what this is. It's a kind of, I think it's a temple or something like that. It's very interesting. So coming across something like this, there, the bottom of it, geez, it's a really complicated looking building, but it comes down almost like this and then comes back up again. This side of it sort of comes all the way down, kind of halfway through actually, and hits the side like that, and this kind of pops up around about this section here as well. Okay, and yeah, really everything underneath it, it's just a section of darkness. The rooftop has some light bouncing off the top, and I'm gonna do my best to indicate some of this stuff on here. Now, there is a look at this, it's kind of like a square shape on top, okay, and more details of the temple. This is kind of like a triangular shape on top, looks like, with some extra things there. Very complex building for sure. There's a few little bits and pieces here in the building, and I'm not gonna try too hard to get in those details. There are some, steps or something like that that just run kind of down the side of the building like this, and then coming up there's a railing like that, and behind again we've got a bit of a second sort of roof like structure like this, sort of extending further back there, and then coming out here on this side. It just overlaps a bit, and this is all going to be pretty abstract. I mean, in the background what we've got is a kind of mountain, this sort of rock sticking out, and this is amazing. It's like a temple on top of a mountain or something like that. It's amazing. So this is the side of this mountain. It just goes all the way down like this, and there's actually a tree here, and I'll just quickly draw in a bit of this tree, generally what it looks like. Pen is a little bit scratchy. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't matter. We'll continue on. There's more buildings here. This is like a side of the temple, and the main thing is this really large temple here in the foreground, which I'm going to let's get that in first. The side of it kind of comes in like that and disappears beyond the tree, but I'll draw it in anyhow there. Then we've got a bit that sort of comes out like this, coming all the way down like that there, and we've got a section there like that here as well. This is a kind of little rooftop like that here as well, and here's a little strip, and this could be, I think, I don't know what this is, like a window or a door or something. It's a very interesting and intricate kind of design, so I'll just really put in a tiny bit of detail there. We can refine it a bit, and now we just go in, and this sort of first section of the rooftop there comes out like that there, and that should do it, the rooftop. Then we've got a section here like this, kind of going upwards more, further up, and now we've got another section of a rooftop as well, like this, a square looking shape like that, and then another kind of a triangular rooftop thing from this angle anyway, like that. Look at that, it's just so basic. Okay, there's all kinds of trees and things coming in from this area, and they're kind of, you know, the branches, and then there's all these little, I don't know how you put it, little kind of like pine needles, but they're not. What an amazing tree. Getting a little bit of that coming in at the side. I'll probably, you know, later with the watercolors, we'll just indicate that a bit more. You know, and then here at the bottom, I'm going to get some to overlap, just like it does in the reference. And then at the base, essentially just put in this kind of cliff that the buildings are on. Okay, this is some kind of other temple or something in the background as well, which catches the light too, and also has a little section like this, comes up. Real quickly, like that. It's kind of in the background, so we don't need to bother all too much with it. Just kind of blends in with the mountains. It's more this one here in the front that I think needs more definition and a tiny bit more detail. That's what I think anyway. So just play around with this more, just refine this one in the front. Like that. That. The side of this building is kind of funny. It kind of goes around the edge like this. Yeah, very interestingly shaped building. And there's a shadow kind of cast here on the ground. I mean, this entire side of the building is slightly darkened. The light source coming in from the right. Then you've got a bit of this kind of rooftop there casting a shadow as well, like that. I'll have to just simplify this side of the temple down just to one wall like that. Probably gone a bit too dark in there. A bit of the cliff as well hanging off more obviously, like that. You know, there's all kinds of stuff even above. There's just like rocks and formations. It's almost like it's carved in. Part of this has been carved in the side of the rock. Then over the right hand side, it's really just a whole bunch of softer looking tree shapes and things like that. All this is just tree shapes as well. I don't know whether we could put in a figure or something here, and maybe a figure here, just to give it a sense of scale. I'm not going to worry too much. A lot of this stuff's going to disappear anyway when I go over with the watercolor. So let's go ahead and get this quick little sketch in. And I'm going to get in a lot of lighter colors first. Some of this green. Okay, a little bit of that green. Let's put in some of this other green as well. This emerald green. I'm working flat. I'm really not worried about how the colors blend together exactly. I just want this area to be pretty light. Okay, and look at that, the pen, the ink is already spreading in some areas. So let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. bit of watercolor here. I'm just going to leave an edge, kind of white edge, like that. There. And then as we go through here, there's also a tree. Pick up some of this other green, dab that in there as well, so we've got some variation. Kind of looks like there's mountains or something here in the background with some smaller trees, indications that there might be other trees and things there, like that. This is a tree that's a bit closer, so I'm just going to make it slightly darker. Great. Now, a lot of this stuff in here I'm just going to go over with some yellow, just a little bit of this yellow in here. It's probably too much. Let's shift it around. We can even leave the white on the buildings actually, but a little bit of yellow for the rooftops, kind of like here. And you know, the ink will actually run into them, so you kind of just touch and go like this and hope that it ends up working. I don't know if it will, but I think it will. So let's go through, and I'm going to start getting in some of these other trees on the left hand side as well. So just a little brush of colour there, darker, and a bit of sap green too would be nice in this mix, like that. Kind of getting the light that's catching off the edges, I suppose, of this this tree. And notice how the watercolors is just kind of dulling down, subduing that ink as well. Bit more of this sap green in here, like that. Good. Let's have a look what else we can do. I'm going to put in some burnt sienna and just some neutral tint up in this section here for these mountains. But also, it's also good to add in some yellows and things running through here just to get some mixture of colour. But again, this is all going to sort of blend in, I feel, so I'm just doing my best to cut around some shapes here and there. You know, even these buildings at the bottom, you know, I'm doing some slight cutting around work like this, leaving some areas of the roof exposed, areas of white on the paper as well. It's just a very impressionistic sort of loose feel in there. How about we put in a bit of neutral tint in some of these areas too? I think that would be nice. A bit of neutral tint to draw more contrast in some of these areas. Can also put in a bit of blue with that neutral tint. Just having a bit of a play around really. Section here as well is actually pretty dark. Let me just drop in some colour there, let it blend and do its thing. Maybe a bit down here as well. I just want to get a little bit of colour there, maybe some warmed bit of colour in that section. Okay, just to bring out this sort of slab of rock or whatever that is. On that section, having a look around. And a bit of darker colour in some areas. So let's go to the smaller brush. Number 6. There's a bit of screaming and stuff going on outside. It's 12 o'clock, 12 a.m. here in Melbourne, and it's the end of lockdown. So there's a lot, that's where all the commotion is coming from. Okay, continuing on, I'm going to add in some more neutral tint just underneath here, some behind here, a bit underneath the rooftops as well, like that would be nice. Yeah, just where you think you might want to get in some darkness. Some more darks up in this area. Bit in there. Jeez, a bit crazy outside. Feel like joining them. I add a bit of colour onto the side of that building just to make it look like there's maybe a shadow or something being cast. Something like that. And even here, bit of this rock, side of this, the edge of this mountain. And I think I'll call that one finished.
If you like this video, check out the playlist on the right. I release new tutorials and art supply reviews each week to help you progress faster in your watercolor journey.